there, I'm Myra Johnson, and welcome to the 14th annual Midtown Art in the Park. We have an exciting program for you that includes live music, creative collaborations we call art jams, public art, and lots more fun. Throughout this pandemic, art was the one thing we could turn to, engage with, and rely on. Art transcends culture, time, and language. And here in Midtown, we believe art is the linchpin of our society and a medium to inspire. Take it away, Woody Wit.
We're going to continue the show with an original composition that I wrote a number of years ago. It's featured on a CD of the same name. This is called First Impression. All right, we're going to continue with a tune by one of the great composers and saxophonists in jazz history, wonderful Joe Henderson. This is a tune of his called Serenity. And again, you're listening to the sounds of Gavin Moulshan on drums, Glenn Ackerman on bass, and my name is Woody Witt. We're going to continue with a beautiful ballad now, and it's been recorded by a number of great artists, but for me, one of my favorite recordings of this is by the giant John Coltrane, and this is called I Fall in Love Too Easily. Well, it has been a great pleasure making music today, and I hope that everyone that gets to tune in enjoys this, and I really look forward to the time that we're able to come back and play in person with an audience, and we really miss that as musicians. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that. We're going to conclude our performance with an original composition of mine. This is called Trance.
I'm coming to you from Elizabeth Baldwin Park, located in the heart of Midtown on Elgin between Crawford and Chenevert Street. These more than 100-year-old oak trees tell quite a story about this park's history. One that involves a wife's double dealing, the contesting and forging of wills, and the founding of one of America's premier institutions of higher learning. Elizabeth Baldwin and William Marsh Rice married in June of 1867. Elizabeth Baldwin was brilliant, ambitious, and fond of society. After her passing in 1896, there was much confusion. Why? She left 3 different wills, one of which was drawn without her husband's knowledge and claimed the couple were residents of Texas. As a community property state, this meant Elizabeth could bequeath half of the Rice estate as she saw fit. While William's dream was to build an institution of higher learning, which he later did, now known as Rice University, Elizabeth left for the city of Houston a monetary legacy which was used to purchase the land for this 5-acre park on May 9, 1905. Today, Baldwin Park is a gorgeous urban sanctuary featuring playground equipment, an exercise area, walking paths, and expansive trees. It is also the site for many outdoor events such as this one, Midtown Art in the Park, held each year on the first Saturday of April. They say it all starts with an idea, one that we could visualize in our minds and sometimes feel in our hearts. And doing so reminds us that we have the power to create. Let's ask long-term Art in the Park artist Melba Lee to help us create our 2021 vision board.
Thanks, Myra. The park is awesome. And I'm so glad that you asked me to come today to tell you about the vision board. I've probably made vision boards for the last 10, 15 years or so because I believe in the power of the vision board. And you might ask, well, what is a vision board? It's nothing other than a collection of pictures and words. And those pictures and words are going to tell a story about you. This is my most recent vision board. I am a person who needs to wait sometime. So I put weight on my vision board to remind me to just chill out. Reach the next level. I have an idea of where it is that I want to go. I am going to get there by reaching the next level. My vision boards tell a story about me. I'll show you the very first board that I made. I had lost my job some years ago, and I needed to kind of rebuild myself. So I started cutting out words and pictures from the magazine. And I had no idea that what I was creating was a vision board. I started to glue the words and pictures in my tablet. But when you do your vision board, you can put it on a surface like the poster board here, the folder. I've also done vision boards in a little box. This makes it portable. I can take it with me wherever I go. The vision board brings about direction. A vision board can give you direction. Words like bright future, forward, are words that will give you some direction. Where is it that you want to go? Remember, your board is all about you. The vision board leads to positive change. A couple of words that I found in a magazine here. There is no perfect. There's always a challenge to work towards. However, there is no perfect future. The vision board builds self-esteem. You can look for words in your magazine, live your best life, repair, renew, and revive, because sometimes that's just what we need to do to build our self-esteem. Also, here, the vision board helps with decision making. I say, yes, girl, if there's something that I want to do, I believe I can do it, I get out there and get it done. So the vision board, you visualize the future that you want. Visualization creates motivation. When you see it in your head, you start to move toward what your dreams are. You probably already have the tools that you need at home. You need glue, scissors, magazines, and a surface to put your words and pictures on. This is a manila folder made into an accordion. I have brown paper here, poster board, even an envelope. I built a vision board on an envelope that I had at home. You might even have a jewelry box. Here's a vision board, a portable vision board in a jewelry box. So don't let anything keep you from creating the life that you desire. Some people like to divide their board in half or in quarters. They may talk about their family, finances, a dream that they have, a vacation that they want, or health. I'm the kind of person that I just put my words all over the board. You can see here that mine just kind of has no rhyme or reason, but I can tell you the story about it. I need some balance in my life. Exceeding your expectations is my passion. I often have to wait. So these words kind of tell a little bit of a story about me. When you start to look through the magazine, you're going to be looking for words of affirmation. For an example, I can, I will, I want to, my future is bright, I believe I can. Words of affirmation. You can look for quotes. Whatever a favorite quote of yours. Your board can have pictures of you and your family. Again, there's no right or wrong when you're creating your vision board. One thing that you have to remember to do with your vision board is to place it where you can see it every day, to remind yourself of your dreams and your passions. If you believe that you can, you will. I have several boards here at different times in my life. I had to create a vision board to help me to move forward. I just encourage you again to get your magazine, get your scissors and your glue, and just have fun. You have a picture of what you want in your head, and we often need to get it from in our heads out to where we can see it. Thanks for having me. I've had a ball today. I'm going to be looking for your vision board.
Here's my vision board. How did yours turn out? We can't wait to see yours. Share with us on social. Tag Midtown HOU. Don't forget to shop our artists and order lunch from one of our fabulous Midtown restaurants. Let's get into some R&B soul with Vanguard.
All right, guys, we are the Vanguard Collective. We are doing this live stream for Midtown Management Art in the Park here. Big shout out to Cynthia as well as Myra for having us. We're gonna start off with a R&B tune by the late, great Grover Washington Jr. entitled Mr. Magic. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. We are going to go into original song by Troy Cray. He's our guitar player. This one is entitled Hiding Spots. All right, give it up for Troy Cray on the guitar. We are going to go into a funky number by Wayne Shorter. This one is entitled Footprints. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. That was Footprints by Wayne Shorter. We're going to go into a little Latin number with the R&B feel. This one is entitled It Runs Through Me by Tom Misch. Hope you guys enjoy. And I hope everybody is enjoying the Vanguard Collective this afternoon here. All right, guys, let's get it started. The song is going to be featuring Troy on the guitar. Thank you all so much. That was a little song by Tom Misch entitled It Runs Through Me. We're going to go into some Usher. This one is entitled You Remind Me. Mic check, 2 and 2. Mic check, 2 and 2. All right, we're going to go into a Grover Washington tune entitled, actually, this one's by Bill Withers here. This one's entitled Just the Two of Us. The song is going to feature Chad on the bass. Thank y'all so much. That was Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington Jr. We're going to go into a dance little tune entitled Really Love. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Give it up for Troy Cray on the guitar, man. That boy is talented, talented. All right, this next song that we're going to do is entitled "Don't Explain." Thank y'all so much. That was a Billie Holiday song entitled "Don't Explain." We really wanted to do a R&B approach on that song. So anyways, this next song is entitled Spanish Joint. All right, y'all, we got one more song left. To close it out, what's up, Madeline? How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. All right, this last song is entitled We Are One by Maze. Maze. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. We are the Vanguard Collective. Give it up for Chad on the bass. Give it up for Chad. Thank y'all. Give it up for Mark on the drums. The famous Mark. We got Troy on the guitar, lead guitar, rhythm on the guitar, also on the cowbell too. I was your host for the afternoon, Eddie Matthews. All right, y'all. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
At 1018 Cleburne and Fannin, artist Emily Dean gifts us with a beautiful testament to the resiliency of Houston in the wake of Hurricane Harvey. The curtain mural is a reminder of how strong we are when Houstons unite. It features a real group of Midtown residents and neighbors literally pulling back a stormy gray curtain to reveal a beautiful, one-of-a-kind Houston skyline. A flock of white doves represent a universal symbol of peace. We see examples of Houston strong all around us every day. We believe that kindness creates. Kindness inspires, it evokes emotion, and paints a vivid image of a connection, possibility, and hope. So what if there was a way we could grow the kindness that Houstonians are known for into a citywide movement? A way that we could bring kindness to moments of our everyday life, one person at a time. Local artist Marissa Ost Carson, founder of Chakra Creations, might just have the answer.
Hello. I'm Marissa Oscarson, and I would like to welcome you to a demonstration of meditative art. Meditative art is a practice of relaxation that has been known to reduce stress, improve focus, sleep, and relationships. Meditative art is for anyone, no matter what your skill level, whether you're just curious, an amateur, or experienced. This exercise helps nurture the soul and bring inner peace for an overall better sense of well-being. This art can be done in many forms. My choice is in the seemingly too easy painting of a rock, because you unconsciously become more relaxed anytime you place yourself in the present moment. Your breathing will slow and your thoughts will move from being busy to creative. And for me, writing a meaningful message on the back of the rock is a way to express my true intentions. And I find it very therapeutic to leave my rock and message behind for someone to find, knowing it will spark hope, kindness, and perhaps even a new tradition that could be better for all of humanity. And in today's demonstration, I'm choosing to create something that represents the festival's theme, which is Art is Still in Our Heart. I will be using the blank rock and a freestyle design. I usually start by penciling in my design and a big heart in the center. I start by painting in my background color, which is white, and then I try to paint in alternating quadrants to keep the colors from bleeding together. Now, let's paint in some of these smaller hearts because our big heart needs some friends. For the smaller areas, I will take my pinky and I will ground it to the table while painting. Doing so helps me have a steadier hand, and you can get more precise on those small details. At the very end, I will outline with my black pen and highlight with my white pen, and I'm just going to add a little twinkle to this eye here. Just going to do kind of like a little star shape, just to add a little bit more character. Let your rock dry 24 hours before painting on the back side. And now for the back side. Paint in your background color and also pencil in your message. Painting in the message is simple. I am going to choose black for my text. It's perfect for this message because the aromas evoke feelings of love. I'm going to add a little character to this. How about a little happy face over here? And we can name her Athena, the goddess of wisdom. And she was also very fierce. But for the best part is leaving it behind, where I choose somewhere where I think it's most needed. And that would be at a public park for any child to find. What's so great about all of this is that anybody can do it. You only need to paint with your heart and write with your soul. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you for visiting. May your day be full of love, joy, and peace.
I'll be catching the rail to the McGowan Metro stop to Midtown Park to see where I can put my kindness rock. Midtown Houston was named a State of Texas Cultural Arts and Entertainment District in September of 2012. This community has always believed in the importance of cultural heritage and public art and have invested in that belief. Over the years, Midtown has received $165,000 from the City of Houston and the Texas Commission on the Arts to help support efforts to enhance the vitality of arts in Midtown. The Cultural Arts and Entertainment District continues to support local artists through their Midtown HOU Arts microgrants. These are small grant opportunities of $5,000 or less that bring diverse and varied cultural arts programming to the Midtown community. Just like the art in our next Art Jam. Let's join Macy Ulbrich to learn more about an ancient art that is said to build confidence, profoundness, and love through ink.
Thank you, Myra. Hi, I'm Macy. I'm a henna artist with Henna Love. I've been a henna artist for about 17 years, and I'm super grateful to be a part of sharing with you this art form. A lot of people ask me, what is henna made out of? And it's made out of the leaves of a plant. This plant grows in North Africa, Morocco, India, and really hot desert arid climates. And to make the henna paint, the first step is you need to find really fresh henna powder. Henna powder is made from the crushed up leaves of the plant. You take the leaves and you crush them and you sift them several times. It kind of looks like green baby powder. Once you start with the powder, the next step is to add a liquid. I use water and then an essential oil so it smells so much better. Lavender oil or tea tree oil, and a little bit of sugar so it'll stick to your skin when you paint. Once you mix all these ingredients together, it takes sometimes a full day for them all to ferment, and then you've got the henna paste. The henna paste is kind of thick, a little bit like honey or Greek yogurt, really thick Greek yogurt, and it's perishable just like food. So once you've mixed it and it's ready, I put the henna paste into these applicators called henna cones, and then I freeze it. And they're good for about 3-4 months in the freezer, depending on how often you take the in and out. This is called a henna cone. Before modern technology or plastic, what was used were twigs and branches. Now we've got plastic, and it's a little bit more handy. So I roll these cones with plastic and tape, and then I fill it with the paste, and this is what I freeze. And this is how I apply the henna. The henna is applied directly on top of the skin. It takes about 10 minutes to dry. It starts out when you first paint it onto your skin, kind of a greenish color. As it's drying, it'll start looking kind of blackish in color. A lot of times if you see photographs on the internet, that's the photograph that you see with the henna paste still applied to your skin. Once the black paste dries up, either it'll naturally flake off on its own, or you'll want to flake it off on top of your skin. From that point, you'll see a really bright, vibrant orange color. And then it will take sometimes up to 2 days for that orange color to oxidize and turn into a beautiful maroon color. That's the henna stain, the henna design, and it lasts about 1 to 2 weeks. I'd love to share with you this entire process, and my friend Marissa is going to come over and we're going to show, this is a design that we painted together about 2 days ago. And as you can see, the color is kind of a reddish maroon color. So one of the processes is the longer you can leave the henna paste on your skin and avoid water, let the skin really absorb the henna, then the darker it'll turn out. So moving forward, we're going to get to design drawing, the favorite part. We're going to create a design together. The art is still in our hearts, so it's going to be art and heart kind of themed. It's going to be a sister, not a twin, to this design. So to get started, Marissa will switch hands. So everybody has different ways of how they hold a pen or pencil. It's very similar to holding a henna cone. And I like to hold mine in between my middle finger and my pointer finger with my thumb at the top. And I'll rest it in between these two fingers and then push down on my thumb and squeeze, and the henna will start to come out. You can practice a couple of times if you've got a napkin, squeezing and moving at the same time. That's kind of the challenge, just the squeezing and moving at the same time. So that's how I suggest, and I'm comfortable, but everyone's got their own way. That's how I hold the henna cone. And yes, if you don't have a paper towel or napkin, that's usually very helpful, so that when you're mid henna application, you can kind of clean it off a little bit. And now we get to do the fun part, the design. We're gonna start out with a really simple shape of heart. And let me show real quick how you can find the center part of your hand. To do that, you'll look at your middle finger and draw an imaginary line from the middle all the way to about here. And that's where you can find where the middle part of the first shape, the heart. You can see that I use 2 hands, and I'm squeezing and drawing at the same time. I love to add curls and swirls to the design. There are many letters and shapes that are within the English alphabet that I like to incorporate into a henna design. You may not think that like the letter C or the letter S can be a design, but think about how many years you spent practicing the alphabet. I thought it would be a really easy way to explain how to draw some of the easiest henna designs. Spirals, for me, I describe them as letter C's. At least they start out that way. And also letter S's. Now this doesn't look like a super cool henna design right now. If we take the line, the curved line that already exists, and accentuate that spiral, that curve, then it starts to look a little bit more like a henna design. And these shapes are probably shapes that you've practiced a million times before when you're getting your handwriting. Now I'm going to draw another line that's parallel to the heart that we first did. It's like a heart within a heart. So next we're going to add some details. Details are some of my favorite parts, and they can be really simple as well, just like simple dots or little lines. I love to add dots to designs, and to make a dot, I'm going to show a larger example right here on Marissa's finger. You kind of squeeze a droplet, and you squeeze and you kind of move at the same time, and then you lift up. Sometimes it's easier if you squeeze the dot like to one side and then hop all the way over to the other side, and visually it'll help you kind of line it up that they're about the same place. But this is henna, and we're humans, not machines. So I think that's a lot about the beauty of henna, that it's not perfect, and it just celebrates joy and happiness. With the dots, you can also do different size dots, and even go back and make them larger or smaller. At any time if you're painting the henna, you've got maybe about a couple seconds that you can wipe off the henna, either with a toothpick or a Q-tip. I found out that you can actually squeeze the tip, kind of squeeze it shut, and you can use the actual henna cone to kind of scrape off a little part if you don't want it there. So what do you guys think? We've got the hearts and spirals. Art is definitely in our hearts. We've got the dots going that have from the larger to smaller. I think let's add a few more details to it. There's an opening right here. Think about what you might like to fill in that space. We could do another dot. It's like the jewel of the art heart. Right here, it's like a jewel. All right. So let's add a little bit more to kind of complete it. We've got from the fingertip going up, we've got really nice detail, but also detail that's kind of simple to do. Let's finish it up with the heart up here. And remember how we learned earlier how to squeeze to make the droplet? We'll squeeze, move your cone around a little bit, and then lift up. We're gonna do the same thing for this shape, but it's a tad bit different. And the shape that we'll create is kind of like a teardrop. So we'll start to squeeze the drop of henna. Instead of lifting directly up like a dot, we'll stop squeezing altogether and just use this as a tool. And we'll use it as a tool to move the henna paste onto the skin in a fan shape. Thank you for joining me about learning about this beautiful art form. It's been around for about 6,000 years and celebrated throughout so many different countries all over the world. How beautiful it is that Houston is such a multicultural city, and henna is used as an expression of happiness for happy occasions. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for having me a part of Art in the Park.
Macy, that was wonderful. We're here at Midtown Park in a space we call the Front 90. This gorgeous urban respite at Travis and McGowan opened in 2017 and is known as an art park. It is one example of how the community has invested in public art. There are 4 major pieces of public art in this park, created by 4 extraordinary women. These women drew inspiration for their artwork from the neighborhood, park visitors, and nature found in the park's bayou landscape. The scenic garden and walking path highlights the native plants and small inhabitants that can be found here. So, why do we call it Front 90? Well, the area of park spans about 90 feet. Located at the entrance to Midtown Park is a prominent public art piece entitled Mary Ann. Its bright colors and intricate patterns complete a 6-tier fountain. Artist Shahazia Sikandar says, it's a celebration of the subliminal feminine force present in nature and in all cultures and religions. The female faces emerge from water and from painterly marks and gestures. Typically, we don't think of a mosaic as having paint-like qualities, but in looking at Mary Ann, you see what appears to be painted features in the form of a mosaic. It's symbolic of a soaring, inspiring premise, the human journey of creativity and strife in pursuit of truth.
My name is Nick Gaithan. We're going to play some tunes for you now. This one's called Keep on the Move. I was waiting on the train with my best suit on. After working at the dock, slaving all day long. Oh, I've got that two-tone shine from the floor on up. Got my soles on thick in case the road gets rough. Oh, get it! keep on searching for the place where the sky finds its blue. I hope to find myself within this world I stepped into. You let the water run like teardrops down the street. Drove me to the place where all the jokers meet. You keep on moving. Oh, keep on moving. Oh, keep on moving. Oh, keep on moving. Oh. Right, it's good to be out at Art in the Park. This one's called I Found My Weakness in You. I just walked up from the station, 26 steps up from the rain. Looks like the sun is coming out now. Still hear the whistle from the train. And I watch all those lovely ladies walking. Sometimes they stop and talk to me. But out of all those lovely ladies talking, I found my weakness in your dark hair, baby, in your dark eyes too. I like the way you shake it and don't stop until you do. I like the way you say you love me like it's true. I found my weakness in you. Oh, yeah. Robert Rodriguez on that accordion from the 2nd Ward, Houston, Texas. You can call it what you want now. I guess I was born to be alone. Oh, I've got no money in my pockets. Walk like a king without a throne. But night falls on old 3700. That Houston skyline shines on me. Down there they got it any way you want it. I found my weakness in your dark hair, baby, in your dark eyes too. Like the girls in Southeast Houston, and many times I've been a fool. Like the way you say you love me like it's true. I found my weakness in you. Dark hair, baby, in your dark eyes too. I like the way you shake it and don't stop until you're through. I like the way you say you love me like it's true. I found my weakness in you. I found my weakness in you. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. My name is Nick Gaitan. This is Robert Rodriguez on the squeeze box. And he's going to sing one for you now called Mujer de la Noche. Rodriguez on that squeeze box and vocals. Mujer de la Noche. So glad to be here, y'all. Let's keep the party going. This one's called 210 on my phone. Got across the track, waiting on a city train. You could hear the gutters running in the high pouring rain. Oh, there's a skyline in my review, but you can still see the sun. Oh, and the clouds in the sky right now, just like horses run. I take my time as I walk on down the line. Nothing left, but I'm feeling fine. Just that way, or at least that's what they say. Freedom's free, but you will pay anyway. Put some money in the jukebox and play my favorite song. The one I heard this morning has been in my head all day long. When a 210 on my phone says it's a gal from San Antonio, seems that a memory that just won't leave me alone. I take my time as I walk on down the line. Nothing left, but I'm feeling fine. Yeah, it's just sad way, or at least that's what they say. Freedom's free, but you will pay anyway. Damien Hurtado on that guitar. On that squeeze box again, Robert Rodriguez. Take my time as I walk on down the line. Nothing left, but I'm feeling fine. Yeah, it's just sad way down at the bar, that's what they say. Freedom's free, but you will pay anyway, 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 anyway. Thank you so much. That one's called 210 on my phone. That was off of my Bridges and Bayous release that we put out in 2012, recorded down at Sugar Hill Studios. This next song I'm going to do is by a good friend of mine that we recently lost, Mr. Billy Joe Shaver. This one's called Bottom Dollar. Bottom dollar, looks like it's the end. Oh, how I hate to see you go. A bottom dollar, we've been the best of friends. We must have counted on each other 100 times or more. Oh my, oh my, oh how them eagles fly. Goodbye, bottom dollar, oh goodbye. Oh, get on that guitar. all your friends have gone. They've been spent on dance hall gals and wine. No, that's right. Bottom dollar. Oh, now if the truth wasn't known, you're the bestest friend this guy could ever find. Oh, my, oh, my. Oh, how them eagles fly. Goodbye, bottom dollar. Goodbye. Goodbye, bottom dollar. Goodbye, old friend of mine. Rest in peace, Billy Joe. Sure do miss him. That was Bottom Dollar by Billy Joe Shaver. On the guitar, Mr. Damien Hurtado. And back, keeping the beats, Pat Kelly on the drums. Keep the vibe going with this one called Neptunes in the Bayou. Will remember all came when no November showed her pretty face. Oh, as you walked away, the sun is still was shining, the clouds have silver lining. I woke to sweet heartbreak. Where you been so long? It's just that time of year again. That old November moon shines upon me now. It's last call for all your dreams and vices, my friend. And tomorrow we won't have to pretend that we like it here anymore, or any of those smoky places that we met up in before. Oh, I called my cab and I am headed out the door. Oh, looks like another sad night's in all guitar. water streaming, sick bird in the shadows, down on Jensen Drive, watching all those people under that big Catholic steeple, with Neptunes in the bayou, or down in Houston town. Oh, it's just that time of year again. November moon, she's singing her song. Oh, I've been waiting to hear it all day long. And the nighttime seems she's done me some wrong. And I don't like it here anymore, or any of those smoky places that we've met up in before. Oh, I've called my cab and I am headed out the door. Oh, just like another sad night said. Oh, looks like it's that time of year again. Oh, looks like it's that time of year again. All right, Neptune's in the Bayou from my first release. Bringing Rob Rodriguez back up here to do one that we recorded a long time ago called Hurricane Song. Travis, as I glide, walk along this shady side, thinking to myself, I tried, but I'm just glad the lights are on. With all those trees out in the streets, yeah, the city still has soul. All the wild whack is gone. He left tracks to let you know. Down in Houston town, they all know the sound. They all know where the bells ring down in Chinatown. And as the wind will blow, everybody knows. But no one is gonna say a word about those bodies in the goat. And there are lions on the loose. And no, they ain't driving Cadillacs or drinking 180 proof. Death counts a 1, 2, 3. Clock strikes accordingly. Tick tock, the lights go out, and all you have to do is wait. 'Cause down in Houston town, well, they've all seen the light from the glass that shines upon the streets and the moonlight, just like shattered dreams. Oh, I'm in 1,000 pieces, swept up with the dead man's groove. Oh, guitar. Houston town, oh, they've all seen the light from the glass that shines upon the streets and the moonlight, just like shattered dreams. Oh, I'm in 1,000 pieces, swept up, swept up, swept up with the dead. right. We're gonna bring Rob back up here to sing one that we like to do called Open Up Your Heart.
Abre el corazón, invítame a déjame entrar. Tú sabes que te quiero y que no te puedo olvidar. Tú eres mi cariño y yo te quiero hacer estar bien. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Oh, darling, if you love me just like the way I do, please don't try to scare me. Say love me true. Now that you know, darling, that I've told you everything. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Abre el corazón, invítame a déjame entrar. Sabes que te quiero y que no te puedo olvidar. Tú eres mi cariño y yo te quiero hacer estar bien. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Oh, darling, if you love me just like the way I do, please don't try to scare me. Say you love me true. Now that you know, darling, that I've told you everything. Open up your heart and let my love come. Y otra, compañera. This one comes straight out of San Antonio, Texas. De pura punta y talón, heel and toe time.
Rodriguez on that squeeze box, y'all.
Luego iba a seguir.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for hanging with us for this year's Art in the Park. It's so good to be back. It's been a little while. This next one's also off of my Bridges and Bayous release. This is called Beautiful Fools. We walked along the avenue till 4 a.m. last night. Buzz hounds and hooligans with their fighting boots on tight. We've been looked at as a riffraff and walked like kings without crown. On the road and in the bars in all these Texas towns. 'Cause excess, it makes heroes and it makes martyrs of us all. With your brothers around you at the table, we'll catch you when you fall. So keep your glasses full, and I said keep your fists held up high. We'll all be young and beautiful when it comes time to die. 'Cause I don't need no advice on how to live my life. You know my bottle's half empty, that's the way it is, and that I'll never see the light. Without having all again, you know just how I chose. Without nothing left, there ain't nothing to lose. Guitar. I don't need no advice on how to live my life. You know my bottle's half empty, that's the way it is, and that I'll never see the light. If I had it all again, you know just how I choose. Without nothing left, ain't nothing to lose. All right, Beautiful Fools. All right, get that squeeze box man back up here. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We're going to do this last number here called Picking Sides. I'm Nick Gaitan, one more time. Robert Rodriguez on the squeeze box. Damien Hurtado on the guitar, and Patrick Kelly on the drums. Thanks again for Midtown having us at Art in the Park. It's been a great time. You guys take care of each other. There were stories of the roads that were traveled, where my antepasados came from. Guanajuato, through Laredo, to Houston town, down in Oak Clayton home. From Dallas, Texas, Viva Seguir, Jensen Drive, down in Old Second Ward. Bridges and bayous brought us together. War borders and fences started wars. Many miles and moons and generations later, down in the only place that we can call home. We're living and we're loving in the barrio, porque somos tejanos to the bone. So I keep the soul of what has come before me, all dancing across the Texas night. In my heart, you know there is a lone star, surfing and an eagle taking flight. Where I'm being hunted, I don't run. When I'm confronted, there are some places that I'm not wanted. And if they are all picking sides, well, I don't have to guess which one is mine. Gonna make it through the storm as it rolls on by, and I'm gonna stay Tejano until the day I die. I don't see where I'm being hunted, I don't run. When I'm confronted, there are some places that I'm not wanted. If they are all picking sides, I don't have to guess because I know which one is mine. Gonna make it through the storm as it rolls on by, and I'm gonna stay Tejano until the day I die. Thank y'all so much. I'm Nick Gaitan. Have a good one.
The music's over, we've all eaten our fill, shopped to our heart's content, and learned about ways to envision our 2021 by sharing kindness and making it a part of who we are. We've enjoyed every minute with you. To everyone in Midtown, all of Houston, and our neighbors throughout the world, until we can gather again in person, always keep art in your heart.